What is up, everybody? It's Kevin Vidini here for Superpower Review. It's Saturday. So what does that mean? It's What's That Comic Book Day. That's what it means. I am super excited, guys. We have so many first appearances on the channel today. We got new people on the show. It's going to be a blast. We have a packed panel yet again. So I don't know how many books we're going to get through, but no matter what, it's going to be a fantastic time. Hey, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today, nerding out with us. It's greatly appreciated. At any moment, if you smile, laugh at this video, or like anything that you see, don't forget to smash that like button. That will be greatly appreciated. And if you're new here to the channel, make sure you click on that subscribe button for future What's That Comic Book live streams and some more of my YouTube content. So we're going to get started here. We're going to introduce our guests, our panel. We are missing out on one other person. Hopefully they can join us relatively soon. They said they were having some technical issues, but hopefully those technical issues resolve themselves and we can have that person on. So I'm going to bring on somebody who is very familiar with the channel. I think he mentioned that this is his third time, and you know, he's no stranger here. We got John's Comics with Kids on the stream today. Woo! What's up?
Time's the charm. At some point, I'm gonna do the show right.
you always do the show right, which is why you always return.
Hey, yeah, hey. I got my dice again.
Yes,
so I can randomly roll and pick books. We'll see what we get. I
like how you randomly pick your books. I like your style, John. I keep every time you come on, I say I need to get a pair of dice and do John's method, and I just never do it.
But then you can have me back, and I'll do it.
Yeah. There you go. That's more of a reason to have you back, right? I appreciate you coming by, buddy. I had you nominate a couple of people, so let's bring in some of these newbies here. We got Jason from Claiming Comics, enjoying a delicious beverage. Cheers,
yes,
sir.
Cheers.
Sam Adams does not sponsor this channel.
For Paul Morris in the chat. I went to the store and it was out of Stella. So I had to get a Heineken.
Yeah, boom.
Sorry, Paul.
But so good.
But I appreciate you having me on, Kevin, and I appreciate John for making the nomination as well. And I'm ready to talk comics, man.
Cool. And we have another person that John has nominated for the show. We have Alan from Climbing Comics.
Hey, cheers, guys.
Cheers. We're all enjoying some adult beverages today for today's show. Yes, a little loopy.
It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah. It helps break the nerves a little bit in case if anybody gets nervous. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, again, thanks for having me, Kevin, and John for the nomination as well, too. So you have climbing and claiming. So we'll see what happens today.
Boom. Nice.
One will survive.
just so everybody knows, this is not a competition, all right? I have to say that sometimes because people are like, well, you got that book? Well, here's my book. Like, hey, calm down, all right? This is
tell that to Paul Morris in the chat, man. I seen the books he was pulling last week.
Last week.
Chicken with Paul Morris.
And then for our other guests, okay, we have our buddy Morbius Comics who nominated all of you guys. Boom. Bam! What's up, brother?
What is going on, man? Salute. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you for having me on. Salute to my brothers in here, John, Jason, of course, Alan. What's going on, guys? It's going to be a fun night tonight. Can't wait.
Hell yeah. So you were watching a lot of last week's live stream, and I was like, we got to get Morbius on here. Morbius would be a good addition to the show. So as soon as the live stream was over, I was like, let's hit him up right now. We're fresh and hot. Let's go get him. So I appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Thank you for having me, man. For real.
Yeah, no problem. And so we have our last person on the panel. I'm super excited that he resolved his issues. We have Outsiders Comics here. Where is he? Where'd he go? He was here. Oh man. He was here, but he's not. And well, hopefully maybe he'll get back and we'll have.
I did forget to cheers, guys.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers,
bud.
Salute.
All right, so let's say hello to some of the people in the chat. We got Paul Morris, who was on last week's What's That Comic Book. If you guys want to check that out, please do so. Lots of fire books were shown.
Yeah.
We got Kathy. What's up? Rotifer. Almost time. It is time. Azor's Tiger Comics. Thank you so much for joining in, brother. We got John in here. Forget that guy.
That's smart.
We got Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics, one of my good friends. Okay, I think we got him now. Brother, what's going on? You hear us?
I hear you guys. Are you talking to
Boom.
me?
Yeah.
Yes. What's up? What's
Alright,
up?
sorry about that, guys. How you guys doing?
No worries, dude.
Good.
All right, we got Entropy in Comics. What's up? We got JP's Budget Collecting. Quite the crew Kevin has tonight. A bunch of all-stars and John. Hey, JP, dude. It's been a little bit.
Absolutely accurate.
That's a good one.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
JP, it's been a while, brother. It's your time. It's your time to come back on. So whenever you're ready, let me know. Maybe I'll message you after the show to get
You'll
you
do a
back on.
Scrubs episode? Like, is that the plan? That's all good. Like a tier 2 episode. I get it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shots.
Yeah, I know. Pew, pew. All right, so to anybody who's watching, to anybody who's new to the live stream, if you don't know what that comic book is, it's really easy. I just hang out with great people from the community. We take turns pulling comic books at random, and we try to give as much information about that book, rather who wrote them, who did the art, and maybe even a personal story behind that book and why that comic book is so loved and in their collection as well. And if anybody wants to be a guest on What's That Comic Book, you can simply message me on Instagram at KarateKevin67, or you can do like the Stone Age way and email me at superpowerreview9@gmail.com. I don't know.
I said the Raven. It works every time.
Ravens, I still use an occasional owl.
Ooh, I like that.
There you go. Okay.
You know, get Harry Potter
Get the job
style.
done.
You know? Yeah. All right. So John, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, so as always, when I come on this show, I make a little I pick out 6 boxes that I want to play around with. I make a little card. So we got a DC Wonder Woman box.
I love it.
We got 2 Claremont X-Men boxes because I know my man Morbius loves the Bronze Age like me. So I threw some Bronze Age, and I got some Silver Age stuff here with some Avengers books.
Ooh.
I did throw in some modern stuff, 100 Bullets and Die and Daredevil, some more modern Daredevil.
Nice.
So we'll just
Cool.
roll a die. We'll see what box we get. We are going into my 100 Bullets box. Let's
Nice.
see where we at here,
Okay.
baby.
Ooh.
I do love the series 100 Bullets. Some of the most awesome covers. Yes, and here we go. A lot of like
Ooh.
negative space.
Oh,
Straight.
that's
I
a
love
nice
the
cover, man.
artwork
Nice.
on these covers. Just so for those who don't know, the concept of 100 Bullets is absolutely captivating. Imagine one day a stranger shows up with a briefcase with a gun and 100 bullets and a little file, and he says, somebody screwed you in your life, screwed you big time. This gun is untraceable, and you can do whatever you want with it. You will never be charged with the crime you commit with this gun, and you can get whatever revenge you want. This is the file that proves they did it to you. And here, enjoy. The freedom
less.
to do whatever
Nice.
you want with that gun.
Wow.
Absolutely riveting stories. Lots of little stories to kind of see what people do with the gun. And then the bigger story is, why are these guys doing this? Why are they offering free revenge to people? Really, really cool series. Really, really dark. Brian Azzarello, he's going to do something dark. But I really love this series. And look at this awesome cover. So this is issue number 54. So the second half of the series, they only did 100 issues. And then they were done. I prefer the second half in a lot of ways, just because it really ramps up the conspiracies behind the story. But really great negative space covers. Johnson is the artist's name, who does pretty much the entire run. They only had cover A's. This is back in the good old days. Just one cover, baby.
Yeah.
One and done.
One and done, baby.
Right. So there's a nice blue Hangman's Noose issue 54 of 100 bullets.
Kind of reminds me of Frank Miller art a little bit, because he likes to use negative space. But I feel like that using artwork like the negative space like that really speaks noir. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
Mhm.
right? Like if I see, like I saw that comic book right away, and I was like, that art for that cover is so perfect for what that story has in that comic book. You know what I mean?
And they do a great job in the series of like capitalizing on urban settings. So you go to like different cities, and New Orleans has a different feel than Brooklyn, which has a different feel than LA, right? So each of the cities where they land, a story arc will have really the flavor of that place, even though the artist is still Eduardo Rizzo every time. He really layers in like the look of that city and the look of the people who live in that city. So really cool. So
Cool. Awesome.
Dope.
I like it.
That's
I
sick.
like it a lot. All right, cool.
Nice.
Jason, you're next, man. What do you got?
All right. Well, since I'm new to the show, I did pre-select these books. So I have 3 books here. Who knows if we'll get to the third, but so I have 3 books here. They all mean something special to me. And the first one is Ultimate Spider-Man
nice.
number
Nice.
62.
Nice.
Now,
That's
you might be asking yourself, why the hell am I showing Ultimate Spider-Man 62?
because it's great.
Well,
You know why?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know why.
It's a great cover. It's a great book overall. But like, I don't know. I thought I'd say that. Anyway, so for those who don't know, I was born in '94, so I'm probably I'm the youngest one here. But so when I was growing up, this wasn't one of my first comic books, but it was definitely one of the first like just reads that was really captivating for me as a young child around like 10, 11. I believe I bought the trade for this, the 5-issue trade for this at one of those Scholastic book fairs. Public, I don't know if private schools have them either, but public schools, I'm sure you guys know the Scholastic
book fairs are universal, man.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure I bought the trade there. I forget which volume it is, but it had this issue in here, and in this issue is where Ultimate Carnage finds Gwen Stacy, and eventually kills her in this universe. So
Classic
like,
Carnage.
Classic Carnage.
And so I remember like reading this trade and like not being scared, but like it was disturbing. I remember definitely feeling a bit disturbed at these panels of where like Carnage is absorbing her and like her life force goes into him, and like, you know, she's just dead and like wrinkly and stuff, you know what I mean? So like I remember reading this book, the trade paperback, and putting it down and being like, again, I wasn't scared, but I was like disturbed a bit. I was like, wow, like comics can do that, you know what I mean? That was the first time a comic actually made me feel that feeling of disturbedness, I guess. And I don't know, this really resonated with me. And I remember putting it down, and then, you know, I went off and did whatever, but like that memory throughout my whole life up until this point, I still remember it. So yeah, this is a really special book to me just because it holds that memory.
That's awesome, dude. And I love that book too. I have that book. I love the Ultimate Spider-Man run. It's a great run. A little bit different. You know, I never noticed it until now, and I know it has no connection to it at all. But when the panel with Gwen Stacy's hand, you know, you kind of see her like fingerprints. They're very swirly, and it kind of reminds me of the Donny Cates early Venom. You know what I mean, with the swirls.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. It has like
make it big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, good call.
That's funny. I never noticed that.
I'm just noticing it now. I don't know. It's kind of like
That run is so. I mean, Bagley was.
And like this, I forgot to show this.
It's so amazing.
Like, he finds a couple before Gwen and like absorbs them, and I remember just being very disturbed as like a 10-year-old, being like, "Damn, like this is crazy." Like, you know, the guy's out of his mind, like whatever he is. You know what I mean?
I hope that
As a
nightlight
10-year-old,
works.
when you see Carnage, I feel like that's gonna get you anyway, you know.
The thing
Yeah.
is, I saw Carnage prior. The first comic, the first single issues I bought were issues like, I have them right here, I think, like Maximum Carnage.
Yeah.
Like Maximum Carnage. This was like one of my first comic books. Like,
yeah, man.
I got, and I read this, and it was
That's
cool.
nice.
But Ultimate Carnage was disturbing. This was really disturbing to me as a kid. So
Yeah.
Nice, brother.
I feel that.
Maximum Carnage, dude. That's as I said in one of my previous videos with getting the claim variant. I said in the video that Maximum Carnage was the 90s. Like Maximum Carnage ruled the 90s, dude.
Totally.
My brother and I had so many of those books. I think like we started a little late into it. I don't remember what issue number it is, but it's just the one where it's the full Carnage face. It could be number 7. I'm not. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I do
Yeah.
know the cover, but I don't remember what issue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
But like that was the one that started it for us, and then like I remember my brother would go to the comic book shop and I'd be like, see if they have the older ones. Like I forgot how old I was. I was just a kid. I was like, see if they have the other ones. I want to look at the pictures. And then you read them to me later. We got JP. I read this comment and I would say the same thing. I was pissed when this happened. I actually stopped reading series because of this at the time. It was several years before I went back to read the series again, and same thing happened to me. I was like, what are they doing? And then after a while I was like, let me give it a shot. And like John said, Bagley was a beast with those books. So
See, for me, like obviously I read that trade when I was a kid, so I knew she died. Also, I didn't know the history of Spider-Man when I was a kid like that. Also, you know what I mean? But when I got back into comics and like read this issue and I got up to this, I was like, holy shit, like I know what's gonna happen, and this is pretty crazy. So it wasn't off-putting to me just because I was in a different generation that didn't grow up with that per se.
Well, it's the same with my daughters because their favorite Spider-Man is the Ultimate Run from
That's
beginning
cool. Really?
all the way
Nice.
through Miles, like the Miles Morales stuff. They've read the Death of Gwen Stacy, like these 2 issue, like they've read that little trade a ton before they had died, taking a chance on the Bagley stuff, and it was like. They love those Bagley books. I have all the hardcovers for the most part, and they'll plow through those again and again and again. They love it.
that's cool
It's a
though.
really good run.
And then into the Miles stuff after that. It's so good.
Very cool. And so it was really cool too in the newest Venom series how that whole universe kind of played a part in it with the synthetic symbiotes, the synthetic Venom. Yeah, with the Maker. Very cool.
We're still waiting on that. I know you're a big symbiote person, like Venom head. So like, I know you're with me on just waiting for that little Easter egg in the next book.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Where is the Maker? What is he doing? I want to know.
It's coming soon, hopefully.
All right, cool. Outsider, your turn, man.
All right. Well, first off, cheers to everybody.
Oh, cheers, bud.
I'm gonna switch it up real quick. It's not gonna be Marvel or superhero at all. I'm gonna go with The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert.
Yes.
Is that really a book?
That's what I'm starting with right here. I don't know if you guys are Office fans.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I know
so
that
I'm
book,
starting
man.
with The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert because I'm a very big
That's
Office
great.
fan, and that's like one of my favorite TV shows. So I had to start with that. If you guys
Wait, you
remember,
gotta
this
tell
is
me
the-
like how this was. I didn't know this was a real thing. I thought.
Oh yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna start off with if you guys saw the TV show, then you know how Pam gives the book to Jim as the Christmas present, right? And then it's like that's what the book is. But so I don't know. I just found it online. I didn't know it was a real thing either. Ended up finding it, and I'm all like, okay, I need to get this. I'm like, that was pretty much all it was. I'm all like, it was this, and then they also had the turn it around. They have the screenplay to Threat Level Midnight.
Yeah.
This is just
That's sick.
this is just the poster,
It's so
but
good.
that I did order that, and that's coming later. But yeah, so in this story, it's actually like it's pretty much just Jim going to work, and like it starts off in the front. It says from Pam and Cece, and then it's him going to work, and actually has 3 stories in this book because it's not just that one. And then Jim actually turns into a bear, and then Dwight's all like, "Oh, I know that sound," because he hears Jim in the bathroom as he turned into a bear, and he's like, "Oh, he's just playing a trick on me," and he just gets all paranoid and stuff, and he tries to figure it out because Jim's always playing the pranks on Dwight. So pretty much, yeah, that's what that happens, and then it also goes back to another one where like it's called, I think, Return of the Office, and then Dwight's in charge, and it's kind of like what happened after. And then there's a third one that goes into Mr. Hyde, and so the people, I don't know if you guys remember the part where Mr. Hyde was like, okay, best surgeon, steady hands, right? Yeah. And then so the people that whose boss he killed are watching the Office TV show, and they're like, okay, we found him. But yeah, that's that one, and that's why I picked that one. That's
nice.
You don't know like how that was made, like.
Well, no. So
it was a company made them, or
it was right here. It's Who Comics. If you see right there.
I'll make it big, buddy.
Never heard of this one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who Comics?
Yeah. So yeah, I was just scrolling on Instagram, and that's when I saw it. And I just, you know how when you sometimes click the shop now button, that's how I ended up on this one.
Sometimes.
I don't know.
I click it all the time.
I don't know how they always know what I want, bro.
Exactly.
Dude, that is perfect, man. That is one of my favorite shows. I'm gonna have to tell my wife that you have that book, because even though she's not into comic books, I don't think she knows that comic book actually really exists in real life, and she's gonna flip. She's gonna ask me a bunch of questions. That was awesome.
I'm gonna open it up real quick, if that's cool. Take a couple more.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see the side.
So it starts off with that one, right?
Okay.
From Pam and Cece.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Nice.
I might have to buy this comic book now.
Yeah.
That's where Dwight's like freaking out. He's like, oh. Wrong way.
So someone went out of their way and like recreated this comic.
Yes,
what happened,
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much what it was. Hold on, let me see.
That's cool. Oh wow!
It says they're hiring as well. So
they spent a lot of money and effort into making this. I respect that.
Yes.
That's really cool.
I hope this person made lots of money doing it, because they deserve it.
There's the illustrated by, written by.
That's cool.
That's sweet.
I wonder if they did like a Kickstarter or something for this.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, it's possible.
Right? Be like the easiest way, I feel.
That was awesome. Kenneth Bird, I wish you a very, very happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday.
Happy 62 years on this earth, man.
Right.
Salute, brother.
Nice.
I wish you many, many more, brother. Cheers. All right. Well, that was awesome, dude. When you said cool. I'm not going to pick anything Marvel or Symbi related, it's like
that was just for that one. That was just for that one.
I was like, he doesn't do
starting it off. I might have one today.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Anyways,
a little something up your sleeves then, huh? All right.
It's possible. You never know.
Morbius, your turn, man. What do you got?
Let's
go. So for me, I didn't want to go too crazy, but I did want to keep a little theme I kept hearing last week. I wanted to keep it going this week. So I was like, you know what? Should I go big? Should I go small? That's what I kept hearing in last week's episode. Should I go big? Should I go small? Because they were pulling out a lot of heat. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go big, but I'm going to keep it literally. And I'm going to go with a treasury. One of my favorite treasuries.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go with Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Classic cover by Neil Adams. You know what I mean? Can't go wrong with this book.
And
what's
so
dope
doesn't play,
about
man.
this is a wraparound cover, right?
Damn, that's so fire.
It's so you got celebrities, everybody on this cover at the time. This was what, 1978? So
Look how clean
these
that
are
book
celebrities
looks, too.
of this
That's a
time.
clean
That's
one.
right.
Man, I'm just happy if I see the ad in one of my comic books of this. Right? You got the
You
damn
got-
book.
You got JFK, Sonny Bono. You know what I mean? It's just like so many different people. I'm gonna pull it out in a few, but I want to show you guys the back end. But it's just this is a pretty dope. I love this book. I seen it so much
That's
as a
awesome.
kid. You know, growing up, I ran into it at a friend's house. One of my brother's friends, actually, older brother's friend. We was at his house. I saw the book there. I was reading. I was like, man, this is fucking amazing. So when I got older, of course, you know, I believe in my early 30s, I ran into this copy. I picked it up. I was like, yes, I was excited about it. And I love the story. I mean, it's, you know, obviously it's fanciful. Of course, you got Muhammad Ali fighting Superman, but that's awesome because of course, we all know Muhammad Ali kicks his ass, but, you know.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, yes, he does. He pounds the shit out of Superman, like, and no homo. So, so basically, you know, you have here, it's like in the storyline, you got like this race that they call Scrubs. It's funny, right? Scrubs. And they come with this armada of 100 ships and they surround the planet. And then they're like their leader, Ratlar, comes down and he wants like the Earth's champion. And of course, Muhammad Ali and Superman are like arguing about it. Like, nah, I'm Earth's champion. So Ratlar was like, you know what? Then why don't y'all battle it out and we'll decide then who, and then y'all can fight my champion, you know? And so that's how the fight started. But to make it even ground, which was cool, Ratlar was like, my planet has a red sun. So y'all could fight without Superman's powers. So they went to his planet, brought him there. They had to fight, you know, and it was so that's why it was like such a dope story for the time,
well
you know,
done,
because
too.
Muhammad
Yeah.
Ali got a chance to whip Superman and show skills. Like it was about skills, you know, because people are like, oh, how did he beat Superman? Well, he fought him on a planet with the red sun.
And you know Batman's in the front row taking notes.
Oh, you saw that, right? You saw that, right? I was gonna get to that.
He's already
And of
prepping,
course,
dude.
In the story, the parties that, you know, there was different superheroes that were cheering, you know, for Superman and that were cheering for Muhammad Ali, and we all know who was in that group that was cheering for Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was Batman, and he was like the leader that he kept chanting, and he was getting Wonder Woman mad, and she was just like, "Yo, how can you go against Superman?" And he was just like, "Yo, I just want to see." You know, somebody finally give this guy, you know,
Healthy.
you know, basically, he was like, "There ain't nobody else but Muhammad Ali." And
I just want to. I
he-
want all the Batman like smack talk word bubbles. That's
You
what
know
I
what I'm
want.
saying?
Just like all the
Hold
crap
on,
that he was
before-
shouting from the stand.
Hold on, let
That'd
me
be
pull it out.
hilarious.
Hold on. So that we can see the whole
Cassius
book
beat
here.
this
That's
punk.
awesome.
So for somebody who don't
Batman's like, Alfred, you recording this?
and me, I'm not into DC like that. So for me to have this book, you know, it's got to be. Look at this. This is awesome.
Oh, nice
that's-
wraparound cover.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's
Hell
sick.
yeah.
Cool.
You know,
Nice.
and I was lucky to get this, and you know, it's such a condition that it's just, you know, hold on.
Yeah, that's in beautiful
Isn't it
condition.
that? Doesn't that first page have the list of all the people that are in
Yes,
the audience?
yes.
Oh, yeah, it does have a
That's
list of
sick.
Nice.
That's exactly what I'm trying to get to.
Look at
Hold on
Alan
one
dropping the
second.
knowledge.
I don't wanna. This shit is.
He is correct. Boom.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
is
where's
cool.
That's
Walden?
really cool.
You should confuse the hell out of CGC and just send that thing in.
Oh man.
Be like, what do we do with this?
Yeah, treasuries they don't do, and
You're talking to the
wouldn't
wrong
send it
guy.
either
You're talking
way.
to the wrong guy.
like no way.
This doesn't even fit in a magazine
Yeah,
case,
right.
man.
'Cause you can't. You just, you know.
That's the
But
big
yeah,
boy.
man, so this is definitely, I believe, one of my favorite, you know, grails for me, gems in my collection, is this book right here, and it's just a pretty awesome story too, and awesome artwork also, and I loved it. I enjoy it, and hope you guys, if y'all find it in the wild, man, definitely pick it up. This is a great book to have in your PC.
I definitely see it like a good handful of times. Every time I go to a con, not a comic book shop, but at a con, I do see it.
Man, I haven't seen it. I've been looking, and I have not
I
seen
never
one
seen that
yet.
book.
Because if
No.
I do find another one, I mean, for a decent price, I'll buy it. You know.
I also see there's also a Batman one that's kind of big. It's I believe the cover is from a page of Batman.
Is it the red
251.
one?
Yes,
The red
sir. Yep. Why, he's got it? You got it?
He's just gonna pull it out of his back pocket.
Yeah.
Hold on,
He's like,
right
don't play with me.
You talking
Don't
about
even
this
do
one?
this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
It's in the same box.
Boom.
That is,
Yeah,
that is one of the
Nah, there's no
pimpest moves
boxes
I've
for
seen.
surgeries, Jason. It's on the couch. It's the stack.
not-
on
It's-
the couch.
it's just chill on the
Morbius,
couch.
no, come on. Don't play it like that. You got to be like, yeah, whatever book you say, I got it right here.
It's right
here.
here, though. It's right here.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna show it to you. You know, no.
Morbius, just so you know, that counts as 2 turns right there, right? No.
We're at a half
Got
hour
him.
mark. We're really going slow
Yeah,
here.
yeah, guys. Next.
Everybody's only showing one book tonight, right? That's it.
Sorry, man.
Penalty points. See, Azor's got his from a con.
Nice.
Paul Morris, love the old treasuries. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Dude, my boy, Joe, Symbiote Elite is in the house.
Sweet.
Love you,
What's
dude.
up?
Word.
Make sure you guys go check out Symbiote Elite after this. All right. Why don't you go subscribe to the channel, especially if you're a huge Symbiote head like I am. Go check them out. I believe we're going live tomorrow for a Venom issue 2 review. I think we discussed that.
Ooh.
So
Discussing number 1.
we did discuss they did. I wasn't on that one, but
Oh.
I do make some appearances on that channel. So check it out. It's freshly new, brand new. Ayo, what's up, Brandon? What's going on, man?
What's up, Brandon?
See,
All right.
I keep
go ahead.
seeing you guys say late on a Saturday. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but it's like over here, I'm still on the West Coast, so it's still kind of early for me.
Oh, nah,
That's
man.
my guy.
Same here. It's like 6:30.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
9:30 over here.
I'm in
Nah,
boring, freezing Massachusetts.
I already had dinner yet.
Me and Morb actually live a couple towns away from each other too. It's,
Yeah.
Nice.
We're not too far from each other.
Nice.
My bad. Go on.
No, it's all right, man. It's cool.
No, it's all
Oh,
good,
wait,
man.
wait. As far as penalty go, I just remember, Jason, you did pull out 2 books too, fam. I'm gonna be a
He's gonna drag you down with him.
Guys, what book bringing you with them, bro?
I'll be a bitch about it. You pull out 2 books too, fam. That's all I'm gonna say. Next.
I'm genuinely confused. I only pulled out 1 book. Unless there's a
All right, Alan, what do you got, dude?
All right. Well, I actually had a couple of choices, but since Morb just went with his treasury, I had to go with a magazine-sized book. So I have Mighty World of Marvel number 2. So, all right, this one is a little bit weird. So I don't have I don't have Hulk number 1, AF-15, like FF number 1, but this is basically the reprint that UK did, like maybe like a couple years after they actually came out. So it's magazine style. And the reason that I bought this was not for the front, but so for the back.
Right.
Yeah. So this is the rejected like Ditko cover of AF-15. So
classic, right?
I loved reading through this. So, all right, sorry, I have to cheat. I have 2 copies of that.
Everybody's cheating.
Nah, bro,
got
you gotta show
Does
us.
this
You
guy
gotta
have 2
show us.
books? No.
Yeah, it's
Whoa,
cool. Like
look at
you have
that.
like that 4-color. It's definitely that
Oh, man.
newspaper style stuff. So I loved reading through this.
Damn.
Like I'm reading through FF1 for the first time. I feel like people are reading it through it like this. So it was really cool reading through like actually all 3 of these stories. Fantastic Four, Hulk, and I think it also had AF-15 here. Yeah, it did have AF-15, like the beginning of this. Yeah, it was kind of cool. Just to this definitely has like the Silver Age smell. I could like smell it right now, but man,
This is amazing. I've never seen this book in my life. That's
Yeah, me
yes.
neither.
Wait,
this
exactly.
is what I freaking love about this
It's a
show.
classic,
Like
right?
this is why I watch this show. Look at
It's a
that. That's
classic.
phenomenal.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you want to
this-
read through an AF-15,
Beautiful
grab
book.
this guy. Yeah, this is where you go.
That's sick. That's sick.
Word.
See, and
Guy was on
again,
that
just like
right
what
there.
John said, dude. This is you just never know what's gonna get pulled on the show.
Great, man.
And
Great
it's just
books, man.
it's the show is knowledgeable. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many times somebody saw that a certain book on the show and like I got to go pick up that book now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It happens all the time.
I have one.
Yeah.
I have one random tidbit that Morb might not like, but this is so this is the highest copy on the CGC census.
Whoa!
Because no one slabs this book. There's like 3 copies of this book on like that were slabbed, but no one slabs this book because it's really random. But I just liked it because of the back.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That is fine.
Beautiful, man.
That's
So
awesome.
did you
Beautiful.
buy it
Not
slabbed?
No, I did not buy it slabbed.
So you sent it in to get slabbed.
I sent it in to get slabbed.
That's
It was
awesome.
Man,
crazy.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that.
That's it.
It was crazy.
Great
No,
book,
I just
great
love paging through. I have a couple of they're like newspaper, like kind of floppy
it looks
type
like
stuff
an old
from the
newspaper
UK.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan, you
So-
posted a book like this, right? The same like newspaper kind of format. Like I've definitely
Yeah.
seen you post a book like this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are definitely fun to read because it's like a little oversized. It's not the same, but it's pretty much the same story, right? So it's pretty cool. They actually came with like iron-ons and stuff like that. So like it has all of this random like paper airplanes, all of this cool stuff. So whenever I look for them, I try to make sure they have those internal things.
I know I'm the oldest one here.
No.
There's Jason and then there's me. Like when I was a kid, like,
freaking geezer.
you open the newspaper and there was a Spider-Man comic strip every time. There was like a 3-panel Spider-Man comic strip in every newspaper.
Yep.
Like that, I totally remember reading Spider-Man that way. So
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it was dope.
it's
So
crazy.
with my generation, the Calvin and Hobbes or news.
Right.
You would like read Calvin
I was
Hobbes
big-
and
I-
scroll
I
down
looked for
past
that on
Far
Sundays,
Side, and
man.
there it would be
The color
Spider-Man.
edition.
Yep.
Calvin and Hobbes. That was crazy, man.
That's
Sunday.
Sick. Well, we're going through our first round already. We saw a bunch of great books. It's only gonna get better, people. It's only gonna get better. So again, don't forget to smash that like button. Okay. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, why aren't you? That's the biggest question. Why are you not subscribed? Just click that button already.
subscribe.
Do it.
Man.
Also,
Do it.
before I forget, okay, go in this video's description down below after the show, and make sure you check out all these guys' platforms on social media. We got John on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. We got
I like how
Morbius
that's
on
the
all those
first one.
platforms. And we got
What
everybody else
movie
here
is
on
this?
Instagram too. So make sure you guys check them out, all right?
I'm doing finger
Cool.
guns.
All right.
Oh,
Do you guys have a preference? Do you guys want to see a slab? Do you guys want to see some?
No, this
back
is
issues?
Morbius. Come on, Morbius says no slabs. What the
Yeah,
heck?
how you gonna have
this is
to
a raw dog
ask
here.
that question, man?
We're not doing
that
slabs. And
Raw.
Alan, I'm not trying to snitch, but he pulled out 2 books. I'm not trying to snitch, but he pulled out 2 books.
Oh!
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I brought it up. I brought
See,
it up
you
when
thought
you
I
said
was
it.
mad about the
Someone
slab.
said
No,
it.
that's a beautiful book. I don't care. As long as the book is awesome, I
It's the
think
same
it's
book,
great. I
though.
commend you. The slab doesn't bother me. When it's a shitty book and it's a slab, then I'm like, see, you wasted your money. You know, but a book like that, that's amazing. But you pulled out another one, so that's 2. I'm not snitching though. I'm not
There
snitching.
you go. There you go.
That's
That
what I'm
book
saying.
should be slabbed because it's in such brittle paper all around.
No, that's a dope. That was
You
a
know what
good
I mean?
book, Alan. That was
So it
awesome.
should.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Morbius is the raw dog. Like you can't be throwing slabs up here. Let's get that out of here.
All
Let's get the
right.
raw.
All
Nah,
dog.
nah, but we ain't
I
doing
just
no
want to let
slabs,
you know,
man.
though, right? Usually for the show, I have the wifey pick out slabs for me because I want it to be random. So I have her pick them out. I told her, hey, we have John and we have Morbius Comics on. They both love mutants. So pick something that is
Me too, man.
X-Men related.
All right,
Them
let's do
two
it.
down
All right,
here.
Jason.
Do it.
Boom.
Just
All right.
I know
So-
all 4 right here. I'm not sure about outsider, but I know all 4.
I'm going to
right
do it
here.
anyways because it's kind of
Let's do it.
bro.
Let's
Let's
do
see
it,
what you
man.
got.
It's all right.
I'm gonna do it anyways because it's a funny story. So when I said that, like, make sure you pick slabs that have like X-Men related characters on it. So she goes, "Is Deadpool X-Men?" Is he? I'm like, "Yes, babe." I'm like, if you ever came into my house, right? You would think my wife would also be a comic book like fan because she wears all of my clothes. Like she has like a Batman sweater on. She steals my Deadpool pajamas, my Venom socks on. She'll have all that at once, but she will not know a single thing about comic book characters. So I always give her shit about being a comic book poser. Like, look at you. You think you're all like comic book related, but here is a New Mutants number 98. Graded in a 9.8. This was a book that I bought. It was in an old case. It was a 9.6. It had this huge, crease in it. And I was like, I bet if I got that thing pressed, that it could potentially come back in a 9.8,
There it is.
and it did, and clearly, and I was super pumped, dude. I actually did the unboxing live on the channel. I think it was maybe even possibly my first live video on the channel, and I was just super pumped, dude. I was like, dude, I can't believe it, man. I think at the time, like, with getting the grade bump, I think it was like, I don't know, valued at like $700, $900.
Not
I don't even know
anymore.
what this. Not anymore. What's it going for now? Does
I
anybody
don't
know?
even know, but it's bonkers crazy.
Yeah, it always like kind of fluctuates. Like
Crazy.
it goes up
Alright, brother.
somewhat
But
down, up
look at the
down.
balls on
Tyler, crack
Kevin
that,
here.
bro.
Everybody else is going with like these,
So-
like these are icons, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm gonna throw Rob Liefeld up here and the slab and just see what happens.
Tyler, crack
Hey,
that,
I said I had to give the story. I wanted to show these off because I know how much you guys like mutants, and I was like, wifey,
Oh,
pick
yeah,
out.
that's
See how he tried to blame it on the wife at the beginning too?
Yeah,
He's like,
right.
I was
"Oh,
gonna
my
say,
wife
yeah.
picked this, I
You
swear."
try to blame the wife.
Don't be mad
You
at
probably
me.
had
Don't
to
be mad at
pick
me.
out one so that way
Yeah.
she could pick that one, right?
You guys, you guys can give her all the hate, right? Give her all the hate in her poser ways with all of the comic book clothes on, comic book pajamas on. It's Deadpool. It's Deadpool a mutant. I was just like, oh, we gotta send you to comic
I
book
don't
school,
know.
girl.
Ryan Reynolds is a god. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, TJ with
Deadpool
the
stuff?
current GPA. Bam, there you have
Oh
it.
wow.
There you go.
He's fast.
Yeesh.
Only?
He's
Yeesh.
always on the spot.
Just wait for that
already.
third movie. That shit'll
Paul
go up
Suss.
again.
For real.
Isn't that third movie
He
supposed to
said
come out
sus.
soon or something? Or when is that supposed to come
And
out?
they
I
haven't
don't
even
know.
like started like announcing filming or anything like that. So I don't
No,
know.
they didn't even film it. Oh, damn.
Nah.
I'm really hyped for that.
All right, we're gonna go for our second round. John, what do you
Lightning
got?
round.
I rolled a 6 and
Let's
I was so excited for this. So there's a phenomenal story behind this book. This is another, a little more modern book, more by we'll get a Silver Age at some point, but we got Daredevil. This is issue 261.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that's dope.
That's
yeah.
a fire
So,
cover.
this is in the
Wow.
John Romita Jr. run on Daredevil. And what is amazing about I know that earlier I was like Morbius did the pimp move of grabbing that Batman book like it's right here. It's right here. I can one up that story. So
Let's go.
to help out the Comic Corps for the Hero Initiative, which is like a charity to help older comic book creators make sure they can pay their medical bills and stuff. I was doing these like interviews where I was allowed to like hang out and interview Joelle Jones, and all these people would pay to like listen to Joelle Jones and like see her sketching. So one of
sweet.
them was Chip Zdarsky, and I was like hanging
what?
out interviewing Chip Zdarsky, and I was like,
When
just
was
like,
this?
this was awesome. So this was, you had to like pay to watch it. So like only like 10 people would be like in the chat and they could raise their hand and ask questions and Chip would answer.
That's cool.
And at one point he's talking about his Daredevil run and how hard it was to get Marvel to sign off to let him use Spider-Man. Like Marvel was like being super dickish about it. Like they were like, no, you can't use Spider-Man. Spider-Man's like cool. You can have Daredevil. Like you can't have Spider-Man. And he had to con them into letting him use Spider-Man. And he talked about it by saying like, hey, there's this great issue of Daredevil where it's basically all Human Torch. Like Daredevil's not even in it. And he was talking about this issue to the fans, and I'm like, I think I have that book right behind me. So while he's talking, I grab the box, I lift the lid, and I pull out the book. I'm like, you mean this one? And he's like, there's no way you have that book right behind you.
Nice.
So like,
That's sick.
he was like,
Nice.
what? You have the book? And I'm like, yeah, it's this one right here, right? This one. Right?
Nice.
Damn, I wish I could have seen that because I know how sarcastic Zdarsky is, and like
He
I can
lost
imagine
his,
him just like just
he
unleashing
lost
hell.
it. He lost
Wow.
it. It was phenomenal. And I actually was recording it. So I actually have a recording of his reaction to it, but I don't have the rights to it. The Hero Initiative has the rights to it. But it was so phenomenal. He was like, no way. Because it was on the it was like the box on top. Because I knew, hey, he's the Daredevil guy. I need my Daredevil boxes like ready.
Yeah.
And it was just like, so yeah, if you haven't read it, it's a fun one-off. Daredevil's missing, and it's a Human Torch kind of looking for him issue. And as you can see, It's not the guy you want leading a search party. He's like burning down Hell's Kitchen.
Burning down the city.
Looking fine Daredevil. but there you go. A little story to go with the book.
Very, very proactive Human Torch. Very proactive.
Yes.
There can't be any crime if I burn down the city.
Right? I'm sure he'll come out if I just light everything on fire, right?
I had
When
no
in doubt,
idea
just light
that,
on
that was a
fire.
thing that happened to you. I really enjoyed that story.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I enjoy that too. I would like to actually see that. That's
Word.
pretty
Yeah, you need to find
I'll
it.
talk to
post
the
it.
Hero Initiative guys and see if I can like
Get
clip
the
that
rights or something.
one
Yeah, right?
bit.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah, I want to see
Yeah,
that.
for real.
Even if it's
wanna
private,
see
man,
that.
just DM it to me, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Actually, I
just-
probably
just
could.
one-
Yeah,
yeah,
actually, yeah.
DM
Let
it.
me I'll hook this group up.
Yeah, put in the group chat.
In
Yeah, I
the
was
group
gonna say,
chat.
the
Yeah,
group
yeah,
chat.
there you go.
Cool. All right, Jason, your second turn.
All right. So
Allegedly.
Ooh.
since Morbius and Alan showed off some magazine-sized books, I already pre-selected this. So, as I exclaimed before, I am a huge mutant fan. That's
Mhm.
like the X-Men are my bread and butter. You know, those are my favorite characters in the
Nice.
Marvel universe. So, I had to pick this book because it is very special to me, and I'm sure very special to a lot of other people. X-Men,
Yes.
God
Here we
loves,
Yes.
man kills.
Here we
Written
go.
by
Okay.
Chris Claremont and
Sir.
illustrated by Brent Eric Anderson. Now, for people who don't know the significance of this book, well, before I go into that, obviously everyone knows the X-Men are a metaphor for minority groups, especially within the United States, and like still dealing with a lot today. But you know, it was during the time this came out, it was really heavily affecting this country, and as a young child watching the X-Men animated show and even X-Men Evolution, the new reboot show that was geared towards like my generation, you could obviously tell even in those shows that the whole metaphor for the minority groups and oppression and things of that nature. So as a minority, and for those who don't know, I actually immigrated to this country when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I started pre-K here, pre-kindergarten here, learned English, and then I'm here today. But just being a minority and moving to this country and immigrating here, this really stuck with me. And this isn't a book that I've read growing up or anything, because I wasn't into comics like that at that age, and I didn't even know this existed. But once I got back into comics around 2017, 2018, I was on YouTube, and then I was watching a bunch of videos, and then I remember someone posted a review or something of this book, and that's when I learned the history of this book, and like it really, really is a powerful story. As even the first couple pages, man, a couple kids are getting hunted by the Purifiers, which is like a group of people following William Stryker, very religious, and just wants to kill mutants. And even these two kids right here, they get killed right in the beginning couple pages, and you could tell purposely they were depicted as African American children because of the time they were in, and what X-Men stands for today and back then. You know what I mean? And it's it is considered controversial because it does use the N-word once, but in my personal opinion, it was used with a purpose and tastefully, as Kitty Pryde in this scenario is arguing with someone and physically fighting someone who's basically a racist, and a black woman who owns the club or the establishment they're in. She tells her to calm down and tells Kitty that they're just words, but then Kitty freaks out and says, would you feel the same way if they were talking to you using the N-word? And that woman definitely felt some type of way, and she agreed with Kitty. And it overall, just it was just a very powerful book for that topic. And as a minority, I really connect with this, and I recently was able to purchase this at a show. So really happy to have this book. It's a really powerful story, and I really highly recommend people to read this if they haven't.
And it looks like we have John with one as well.
Oh,
I wasn't even thinking that you would go to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey.
It's just-
God, I should have pulled out my copy.
I don't know what
Jeez.
you're talking about.
There you go. Another
That's 2 books for him too.
Morbius is MIA, so I'm
Yeah,
guessing he's getting
I
his.
was the funny part
Oh,
is I was
gosh.
with
I'm calling
Morbius
for him. I'm calling it for
2
him.
weekends ago. 2 weekends ago at a comic shop, Zap Comics, and he
texted
found
I
this.
texted
He's
him,
looking
but I
for
don't
this
think he had
because
enough
he found this with me. And I was like, yo, you need to buy that. And he's like, yo, I don't even have this in my PC, so perfect. And boom, he bought it that day. So
I will say,
He's
like,
really
TJ,
going around looking for it.
at Whitewood Comics, and I did
I know I had
a
it
book
here.
club episode just all on that one issue. It's
He's like, I
so
know it's
iconic. It's so amazing. And TJ joined us because it was like the book that made him an X-Men fan. He read it as a kid, bought it off the shelf, and was like, there it
you
is.
go,
Look,
another one.
see.
Yeah, there you go.
If you
Read Milo
read
or
that
Milo.
and not an X-Men fan, then just
Can't
stop
find my
reading
copy.
it.
Oh, you can tell I bought this from Half Price Books. Got a good deal on it too.
So how old is
You
the
got
book?
it though.
Can't find my
It's
copy.
70s, early 70s.
Because
Yeah.
it doesn't look like that at all. It that kind of looks like a newer book to me.
His is an amazing
Can't find
shape.
my
Mine's
copy.
got way more spine dings than that.
Yeah,
This
cannot
book
find
is
my
from the
copy.
70s.
I'm, so pissed right now.
I want to say
But-
it's early
That does look like a
70s.
newer book.
That is amazing.
72, 73.
honestly, one of my favorite parts, not only the powerful, what the X-Men stand for. Actually, this has to do with what the X-Men stand for. But at the end of the book, the last couple pages, I think the very last page, Charles Xavier is telling his X-Men that like maybe you should join Magneto and like be more on the offensive side because shit is getting crazy. And that's when Cyclops sits Charles down. Is like, listen, man, that's not what you taught us. That's not what we're about. We need to fight this a different way, our way, to get the point across to the masses. And like, it was just so powerful, man. Like the ending, like Charles says, I'm gonna read this. You can't see.
I cannot believe that this book is from the 70s. I can't believe it.
That's crazy, yeah.
But Charles says right here, if ever there was a moment which justified my creation of the X-Men, this is it. Oh, thank you, Kurt. And Kurt hands him a tissue. But it's just a real powerful book, man. It's really, has great meaning. It's a great story too.
1982. So
That's still amazing.
way
82.
wrong. I
I'm
was way wrong.
I'm still amazed though.
And I will say, for those looking to shop for it, one thing I've learned though is if you buy off eBay, you got to be super sure that they show a
I tried.
picture
I couldn't find it.
of the information on the inside because there are subsequent printings, and the only way to know is if they show you on the inside, right at the like trademark section on the second page, that it's a first printing, because otherwise it'll say like second printing, third print. There's a lot of unscrupulous sellers that wouldn't look and then just
Now
try
I
to
gotta
sell it as
check.
a first print.
So no, Alan's sweating over here now. Look at him. He's like, oh no.
What? Oh
Yeah.
my God. I have no idea.
It's something to be aware of for purchasers.
Let's find out right here. on What's That
You guys
Comic
want to
Book.
find out together?
Oh no.
All right. Oh no. You said it's the
Fourth print.
So it's the copyright.
Copyright. Wait, copyright 1982. Oh,
Yeah, if it
second
says that,
edition.
I
Second
believe that makes
edition.
it a first print.
It's a first print.
Because
First
it'll say
print, but it
second
says-
printing
It says
on that page.
second edition on there.
Oh, it's a second
If it
edition.
says second edition, it's a second print.
Ah.
Second print. I'm not bad. I'm not
But
mad
that's
about
important
that. I
to
got
know
it from
because
Half
like
Price
they will.
Books.
People
I got a
will
first
not
print.
know. They won't know if it doesn't. If it doesn't, it will. Some people just sell it and they don't know because that's the
That's a
only
good-
way to know. It's the only way to know.
No, thanks for that info. So many good tidbits on the show. That's awesome.
There is educational.
I am highly intrigued, and I think I have to go get this book now. Actually,
It's a great
It's an
read,
awesome
man.
book,
Should.
man.
I
Yeah.
reread the
Find my
issue
copy,
earlier.
but,
It's a
Yeah.
thick book, obviously, but I reread it, and it's an amazing story, man. It really is. It holds up.
Well, if you guys were a salesman for Marvel for this book, I'm sold. I need to get this book now. So, let's see. We got Gore Vital, a great companion
Gore.
piece to God loves man, kills Kill is X-Men Magneto, Testament about 9-year-old Max in a concentration camp during World War II. Good books.
Gotta look into that.
Slapdragon. It'll be listed on CGC label if it's a different print. You guys gotta get better on your typos.
Slabs, but if it's raw, ask them to send you a picture of that page so that you know.
That's important.
This is also a very vital piece of information. Also has 2 purses on cover. I think that may apply to number 4.
Yeah.
There you go, Paul.
Wow,
man. Was John just useful? I mean,
let's
let's put that in quotes. Let's like pace yourself.
That was amazing. That was a great pull right there, Jason. And thank you so much for telling that story. That was really good. I really want to go get that book now. All right, Outsiders, your turn.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm on the same boat as you, man. I hadn't seen that book before, and when he showed it, I'm all like, that can't be from the 70s, 80s. I'm like, that looks way newer. But yeah, so for mine, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out some DC horror.
Here we go.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have read this yet. I really like the art on this, and then after reading this first copy or this first issue, I was like stuck on this because like the way the story just goes, and I just wanted to read the next one. You know, like I don't know if you guys read this or not, but again, it's about like this one dude. He's like super religious, and then it's like he's trying to help people out, and then kind of goes and watches like this dude he meets this dude at the gas station that he works at. That's all like kind of pushing like religion or like and like what was it? The people that are possessed, like taking the possession out of them, right? But he's like an actor, and he has like actors come in and like he unpossesses people that aren't really possessed, but he steals the dude right here, the dude that works at the gas station. He ends up stealing. Yep. It's also from the last podcast on the left, people. I don't know if you guys have listened to that podcast, which is a really good podcast.
I like the name.
But yeah, so that caught my attention because
cool.
he ends up he steals the information because he can't afford the actual program, and obviously this guy's just trying to scam people, right? So he's trying to scam people. He steals it from his van, but he thinks it's real. So he actually ends up trying to help this homeless guy that is always chilling in front of the store or the gas station, and then he's all like actually ends up doing something at the end to where it's like, oh, he's actually able to do this. So it kind of like caught me. I ended up getting the second print of this as well because it's like a blacklight copy. I'm not going to pull it out because I don't want Morbius to count me for another book.
Wait, I don't see him, so I think you're safe, bro. He's not around. Go ahead, do it real quick. Just flash it.
All right, let's see. No. I might have to look for it actually, so I probably won't I won't get it out. But yeah, so it's from the people that wrote Last Podcast on the Left, which is like a kind of murder podcast, which is one of the reasons why I got it as well. Also the people at my comic book shop, because when I asked them for horror, because I'm into the horror like stuff, and they're all like, "Oh, have you seen this one from the Last Podcast people?" And I'm all like, "Well, I just started listening to them. I'm gonna check the book out." Totally got my attention, and this is still, I think their issue 3 comes out next week. It was supposed to come out today, but then it got delayed. Is what what the LCS told me that I go to over in Reno. So yeah, that's my second book right there. Soul Plumber.
That's cool, man.
Started coming out live this year. Yeah,
I heard good things about that story.
Yeah, I gotta look that up.
Told you I had some DC.
I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe it. Man.
It's finally Morbius's turn, right?
Oh,
Morbius is gonna hit us with like a whole hand of books, dude.
Yeah, just kick
nah.
this guy out.
I was actually spending this whole time trying to find my copy of freaking the X-Men, and I couldn't.
You just bought it the other week.
I
You
don't
lost
know
it
where the hell
already?
I put it, man. But whatever.
It's on the couch.
Another day. So I wanted to keep it going. I know with the magazine love. So like I said, I wanted to, not go with the usual. So let's go with this. Deli Has a Kung Fu number 19.
Oh yeah.
White
That's a
Tiger.
sick cover.
One of
Oh,
the
man.
That cover.
You know what I
Damn.
mean, for the culture in this one. This is and actually it falls on the same year I was born, 1975.
Okay,
Sweet.
okay.
It's pretty dope. So yeah, of course, covered by Rob Larkin. This is the first appearance of White Tiger, and also he is the first Puerto Rican superhero, and also the first Latino Marvel character.
This
Oh,
is such
cool.
a mega
That is
key
a-
that
is a
he's
black
holding
in
up. You
descent,
guys don't
so-
even know.
Thought this was really
I don't know,
dope.
dude.
Wanted to showcase this book. I felt like it was just something that I've always appreciated in my collection. And of
That's
course, you gotta love his magazine style. You gotta give it back to the old school, with the great artwork. And it's pretty cool. White Tiger, he was born in Puerto Rico, came to New York, went to ESU, and there he happened to find this tiger amulet that was actually discarded by the Sons of Tiger. For those who don't know, and it's actually a pretty dope, man, storyline. So he wears the amulet, and it gives him his powers. But the cool thing was that he never like knew martial arts, didn't know none of that, and it was through the knowledge and like the experience of the amulet that gave him the ability, to fight and know martial arts skills and be able to defend himself. And over time, he learned it while using the amulet. So it's pretty cool when you go down his history. And it's just a great book overall, man. It's something that's pretty cool when you look at it as a Latino that you're like, oh, this is dope. I could relate with this book, like Miles Morales. Now, this was like Miles Morales back in the early 70s.
That's cool.
There you go.
So it was pretty dope, man. And I enjoyed. If those of you don't have it, definitely go pick it up. It's a great book, and it's also a great key. And if you do send this to CGC, they will grade it. They do magazines. So if you're into that, they will grade this book. But yeah, of course, you got, Iron Fist on the cover here.
That covers
He's in one of the
amazing.
stories. There's a lot of like short stories in here. I believe White Tiger's the last one, number 4, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, like I said, great book, great artwork on it. I enjoy it so much. To have it in my
Morbius, you're
PC.
freaking amazing, man.
Yeah, man.
I've
It's
seen that
just
book on
an
only
awesome
like
book all
3
around.
channels.
I'm a
and
big
you,
magazine
of
guy,
course, would
so
be
I love my magazines. I love my treasuries.
Who
Love
did
all
that
Yes.
cover?
man.
That was my question. Yeah.
Who did that cover? Because that is, when you first pulled it out,
out,
I thought it was
Rob
a
Larkin.
modern book. Like at first, with a quick glance, like it's just,
That's cool.
dude,
Yeah, Rob Larkin.
that reminds me of Diodato a little bit.
Yeah,
right.
it's awesome, man. It's
Yeah.
a great book.
That's what I thought at
It's
first.
dope all around. Hold on, let's just.
It's such a great underappreciated key book that I think people don't recognize because it's in the magazine format. People know his
Yes.
first appearance in the regular
That's
size
true.
format.
Right.
That is the first appearance. That is a really phenomenal book. So Morbius, as always, killing it.
Thank
man.
you, my brother.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that
it,
was-
man.
The
Yeah.
second I saw you hold that up, I was like, oh, shit.
Fire,
man.
bro.
It's awesome book, man. A lot of people. This is a sleeper.
Coming in with the fire.
Oh yeah.
Holy
That's
crap,
a
look
beautiful
how
cover.
white
Oh, it's so
that back
glossy.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Jesus.
You know,
Damn.
like I
Yeesh.
said, these are
That's
books
fire.
I've had in my collection for a pretty long time. Oh, I love the old school. They put in the old school karate matches in there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
They-
sick.
Let me see that.
This is the
Some-
stuff that
Did somebody say karate?
when you was young, you know what I'm saying? When you was young and you saw these, that's when you got hyped. You know what I mean? Because for some
Yeah.
reason, the cartoons and stuff, like the penciling was amazing and all that stuff. But when you got to see like the actual, like,
Yeah.
posing and,
Yeah.
That's
hold on, there's some more.
Look at
videos.
that assisted arm block, huh? Yeah. Dude, I legit love these, especially like when I read the comic books and they have the old like
Nice.
karate ads in
yeah.
them. Like I wig out. I'm like, I love this.
And
This is like-
How
And
many
even
years
when
you
you
been
want to
doing
go
karate?
right, look at this, bro.
All
Look
that
at the
old karate stuff
penciling
is
on this
dope.
shit. Holy fucking Christ! Look at the penciling on this, man.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
Whoa,
Look at
that's cool.
yeah.
Look at that.
I don't know, guys. I think this is
man.
another book that definitely
You're gonna
needs
need to
be
buy a
picked
lot
up.
of books tonight, Kev. So
Yeah,
It
I'm
definitely won't make my
feeling
desk
some
no more.
FOMO tonight.
So shout out to Just a Rican in his comics because I had never heard of that book until he shouted it out because
There you
he's
go.
like first Puerto Rican superhero. So the
Hell
only
yeah,
reason I
man.
knew that cover so quickly was because of Rod.
And to
He
clarify,
was all about it.
I'm not even Puerto Rican, but we're Taino.
No
I'm
worries,
Dominican. We're all the same. We're Taino. We're Caribbean, Native Americans. You know, and I'm 18% supposedly through ancestry. I'm 18% Native American. So, like, to me, that's very big. You know, I really am proud of my bloodline. I'm proud of where we are and who we are, you know. And so, yeah, man. So that book means a lot to me, man. Very, very.
We lost somebody.
Proud of that. Oh,
we lost outsider.
Anyway, so, guys, I know we already hitting that. We passed that hour mark. So,
it's all good.
Definitely want to thank you guys. Appreciate it. And yes.
Hey, I just want to give a really quick shout out for my legitimate brother for coming by and saying, hey, Famous Tattoos MA, that's my brother right there. I love you so much, dude. I'm so sorry I'm not there with you watching UFC fights, but just so you know, I love you, dude. Thank you so much for hopping in. All right. Alan, your turn, dude.
Cool. So I'm gonna stick with Marvel, and I'm gonna stick with magazine size. And this is not gonna be maybe what you normally see on this show.
Hey, nobody told me there was a theme.
I am bringing you Marvel Swimsuit Special number 2. So all right, I have this. So the cover's by Mark Silvestri. So I also
one of those without the page.
You got a raw copy
cheater.
Every copy I saw that book, the pages are stuck together.
Come on,
man. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it.
So, like, apparently, like, this only lasted from like 90 to 95. I guess they were trying to follow like the Sports Illustrated swimsuits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but they stopped after a while. But I love when I saw this take a Wakanda wild side. I love puns like that, so I was like, all right, we got to do it.
Yeah.
So,
wow, I need that book, son. What?
You need it. You need this book. You need this book.
What?
So I bought this book mainly for the ads, right? Just kidding. So
yeah.
I remember as a kid, like they would have all these funny ads with the Watcher and his sunglasses, and like what's his name? Who's that guy? Oh, this guy, the guy on Thor. Like this man's lost 10 pounds. I forgot this guy's name, but. Man, I was a huge Psylocke fan.
Alan, what year was this? What year?
This is 91. This is 91.
Okay.
This is 91. So this had the centerpiece of Psylocke, and she was definitely like my favorite like X-Men.
My book did
like
not
Jim
survive puberty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had that though. I did swear.
You had this one? Is it all like tattered?
It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist.
But so apparently during this time, I guess T'Challa was having his wedding, and he invited all of the different like Marvel characters to Wakanda, and they were doing
the X-women. Really?
Well, no, they had everyone, right? They had everyone. I think there was like Cable, and they basically had everyone. I love all the X-Men hanging out at the beach kind of thing.
There it is.
Yeah, this is definitely a classic.
Wolverine wearing his sweater.
Yeah, I don't know. He's tanning right now, like reading like with that mirror over there. So that's pretty funny. So
he's lighting his cigar the badass way with that way.
Exactly, dude. This book is pretty fun. It's very different and a sign of the times of the 90s. That's kind of why I had to pick this up, especially again this raw copy is from Half Price Books. So tip to you all. Like, since I know you guys are not in my area, go to your Half Price Books. There's a lot of cool comic books there.
I've heard that. So is that a store? That's a brick and mortar store?
Yeah. A brick and mortar store. They sell all different used books. Heard of that?
I wish I had one here, dude, because everyone like wins every time they go to one of those. Just like, I picked up this mega key at Half Price Books. I'm like, fuck!
They're in little pockets.
Yeah,
that and an Ollie's outlet with the collected edition, like for cheap, for dirt cheap. I've heard
we don't have Ollie's here.
Yeah, I don't have either. So I'm very.
I have Savers.
Jason's like, screw you all.
We got a TJ Maxx, man. That's all we got. We got
TJ Maxx, Marshalls. That's it, man.
I can get some underwear for cheap, but not comic books. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no. This comic. Hey, I'll tell you though, I am very blessed with really good comic book shops and flea markets here. Though the flea markets are really good here for comic books, especially to the one I go to. It's packed.
What state you in?
I'm in Mass.
Oh, okay.
And Paul Morris, listen, do you go to the random flea market? Because if you don't, dude, you're missing out, man. Because that's my go-to. Who said they were not too far from here? Did somebody just say they were not too far from here?
Oh no, I said you're not too far from Jersey.
Oh yeah. No, I think it's like about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Paul, I've been a few times. Yeah, dude, that's my spot for
That's
for
awesome.
comic books. Yeah, it's a great spot. I did 2 videos there, so if you guys kind of want to get a good look at it.
Oh yeah, one of them was an X-Men one, right? Was it
I don't remember.
a slabbed X-Men? I think.
Yes. So
yeah.
That's a good one, right? Yeah. I picked that one good, but you can actually see the place. Yeah, and then
That's cool.
yeah, I've gone to a couple of flea markets, but yeah, the flea markets. I'm blessed here with flea markets with comic books. So, all right, we are past the hour. I will show off one more book, and then we'll close it out. What do you guys say? What do you want? I have another mutant slab here if you guys want that, but I don't want to offend anybody with slabs. So,
This guy. Disrespectful, bro. Disrespectful.
what do you want? What do you want?
You want, brother?
All right, now let's do it. I bet it's a dope book.
Yeah,
anyway.
let's
Come on,
do it.
let's raw
do it.
dog this. Come on, there's got to be some raws over there.
Dude, I'm
All right, let's do
surrounded
the
by
raw.
Raws. What do you want?
Let's see it. Let's see something.
see it.
All right.
Come
Do you
on.
want a DC back issue? Do you want something from the Symbiote box? I got my Marvel back issue box. I also have
Ooh.
the box
That
of
one,
keys.
the Marvel back issue box. That's the
Yes,
Marvel
Yes,
back
let's
issue
go with
box.
that.
All right.
You playing games? Come on.
I also have the Marvel back issue
You
keys.
playing games, man. No, back issue. Let's go to those
Back issues. Marvel back issues. All right.
Let's
What
do
do
the
we
back
got?
issue, bro.
What do we got?
Stop playing games, man.
I got back issues all day.
Games, B. What's going
Let's
on?
see. All right. What do we got? What do we got?
Playing with my emotions and shit.
I want a good one. I'm playing with more of your emotions because I'm taking a long time here. I'm looking for that sweet spot. Oh. How about a Daredevil 132? Huh?
Ooh, there you go.
Nice.
Bullseye action there.
Bullseye. Second
Yeah.
appearance of Bullseye, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, super early. I don't remember if it's second, but yes.
Yeah,
super
it's second.
early.
I have his third appearance here.
That's
too.
the one in the circus,
If that
right?
doesn't,
Yeah.
Up in
Hold on.
in the big top.
Do you use Golden Age backing boards?
No, this I believe this is a Silver Age size.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
here we go. Here's the third appearance of Bullseye.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wait. Party
What?
Foul, right? One book, not what's
One
the-
book.
it's his channel, you know.
Hey,
Yeah, it's all good.
I was just gonna say,
Now
this is my channel. I'll do whatever I want.
Morbius is gonna take shots. I'm just saying. Be ready.
Go ahead. All right. So, definitely. I mean, if you're a Daredevil fan, if Bullseye is not your favorite villain from the Daredevil, then I think you're absolutely crazy. But no, Bullseye is where it's at. I picked these books
Gene
up.
Colan like slayed the early Daredevil. I don't think he's on that part, but like he's so freaking. Gene Colan's amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, totally. Oh,
Sorry, I didn't know. They don't need to cut to me, but like.
I'm sorry. I was trying to have it show us, all of us. I picked up these
I don't
books
got much to say.
in Florida. The last time I was in Florida, I was really pumped to see these. So
That's cool, man.
And they were very fairly priced to say that they came from Florida as well. So because like Florida, since it's a very huge tourist state,
Humid.
yeah,
I was gonna say
they jacked the prices up on books pretty hard over there. So, but that's what I got, people. And with
That's
that, we're gonna end here. I want to say to the people who are watching, who did watch, or who are about to watch this on the rewind, again, guys. Thank you so much for nerding out with us today. I hope you guys picked up a bunch of knowledge. Maybe you added a few books onto your wish list. I think I did tonight. So I want to thank to the guys in the panel. Oh wait, we lost Outsider. Where's Outsider? There he is. He keeps jumping in and out. He's losing his internet connection.
Uh-oh.
I want to thank you guys so much for pulling out such amazing books and dropping that information, like for real, that you guys are like encyclopedias over here. It's fantastic. So again, guys, thank you so much. Again, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. If you're watching this on the rewind, leave me a comment. And if anybody wants to be a potential guest on What's That Comic Book, you can shoot me a message on Instagram at KarateKevin 67. As simple as that. I'm Kevin Vidini for Superpower Review, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. See ya.